Well, hello there, Gemini. It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. I'm sorry I've been away for a while. I was hiking and I had a fall the last week of October, and it's just taken me a little bit to get back into the groove. I broke a couple of ribs, so it's just been kind of a little bit of a long recoup, not what I was expecting, but I am glad to be back. It's so good to see you, and I really do appreciate that you're here, and I am truly grateful for all of you that, reached out to see if everything was okay, and I am going to be giving away a free personal reading just to say thank you for sticking with me during all of this, and I'll have more details at the end of this video if you're interested in perhaps being in a drawing for a free personal reading. So let's go ahead. Let's see what we have. This is for the week of November 13th through the 19th. So we'll take a look and see what the overall energies are and then go to the tarot for more details. Let's see what we have here. Dog spirit, be loyal to what you love. And Gemini, as soon as I saw this, I thought, be loyal to you. Love yourself. It's this true energy of really loving yourself, of stepping into this energy of being loyal to the one person, okay, that you really need to really concentrate on, yourself, and chaos and conflict. Yeah, because we're going to take a look at this. We had the 11/11 portal, we had that full moon in Taurus. There's been a lot of, November has been already kind of a very emotional month. And so you could have some chaos and conflict, either kind of left over from the full moon in Taurus and that 11/11 portal. But there's this energy of trying to clear something out. And when you are trying to decide whether to stay with something or to leave something, okay, go back to what is really important to you. Be loyal to yourself. Ask yourself, is this situation being loyal to me and respectful to me, showing me, some kindness, some love? And if not, perhaps it is time to go in another direction. I really love this energy, though. It's kind of not an energy. It's kind of a sense of really allowing yourself to finally release something that maybe you have been kind of dragging along for a while, trying to see if somebody was going to come back or if a situation was going to improve. And now it's kind of like, okay, I know it's time to make a decision, and I'm going to choose me. I'm going to choose me. I really love this. Okay, so let's go to the tarot and get some more details here. We're going to take a look at your present energy, your area of resistance or obstacle, and then finally advice from spirit about how you can, overcome this obstacle. The obstacle is always something that you are working on, a soul lesson that you will overcome over the next week or so. So let's see what we have here. Wow, you have a new beginning coming in, and it is bringing you much joy and happiness. Okay, so you have a fear here, and then you have family, friends, and guides, and a great achievement. It's kind of interesting because I think right now you could be a little bit in this, chaos and conflict, having a little bit of fear about, what direction do I go in next? There's something that you're really trying to achieve. It's interesting here, Gemini, because I kind of get this sense that you're kind of almost losing hope. You've been putting so much time and effort and energy and kind of like really trying to manifest something or feeling successful, fulfilled in some type of situation or relationship. And it's kind of like it's just taking forever. And it's almost the sense of wanting to just kind of walk away But it's kind of like a walking away, not with closure or anything. It's just kind of like, okay, I have to go and search for what my happiness truly is, because I think you're understanding something may not necessarily be transforming. You know, this is the death card in tarot. So Scorpio energy, we're still in Scorpio season, understanding that something has to come to an end for you to be able to walk out into this bright new future of yours. So the ending, it could be something that is a belief system that you have been holding on to for a very long time. It could also be, you know, just recognizing that a situation is not going to change, right? You know, just recognizing, because Gemini, you're such a forgiving person, and you're so, you know, such duality with you. I think you're willing to let bygones be bygones so readily, you know, in just such a loving way. And I think at this point, you're kind of understanding this situation is stuck. It's not going to change. So the only thing you can do is either change your mindset about it, right? Or you have to kind of like decide to move away from this situation. And, you know, really staying loyal to who is the most important to you, you know, and that's not like selfish. A lot of times we think when we put ourselves first that we're being selfish. It really is not selfish. You know, the only time it kind of has that negative connotation is when you're trying to put yourself first in order to hurt someone else. That's not the energy I get here, Gemini. It's really about just stepping into this energy of recognizing that perhaps another person or situation is not putting you as a priority in their life, right? They could be in and out of your life, or you know, just not be giving you the same amount of time and energy and love and appreciation that you are giving them. So it's kind of like, okay, I've got to either change my mindset. You know, I have to change my mindset about how I am going to give to this situation. Okay, so pulling back some of your time, energy, and love from the situation, not in a sense of holding back to punish the other person, right? But holding back in order to allow yourself to spend more time and energy and love in other areas of your life that you would like to spend those resources, right? Or it's okay, I just have to walk away because this isn't going to change. So sometimes it is best to just walk away. I love this. You have the 10 of Wands on the bottom. Understanding this situation is burdening you. It's preventing you from seeing the sun in your own life. You know, of perhaps shining your light and love for the world. It's almost as if you have this purpose, right? But this situation is, I feel like it's more of an emotional drain. And so it's kind of like over this last week with the full moon in Taurus and then the 11/11 portal, you kind of had some of these emotions coming up, or this person, if you're still in contact with this person, they could have triggered you or something like that. And you're understanding, wow, this, you know, this person or this situation is really burdening me. It's preventing me from truly stepping into the life of love and light, fulfillment, happiness, joy, abundance. You know, I'm just giving too much to this situation. It's time for me to move on. Yeah, look, you have 2 6s here, and, you know, you're the Lover's card, which is a 6. And so, you know, it's time to move on to something that is more balanced, more give and take, you know, being around people that celebrate you, that want to be with you. It's almost as if you may be trying to convince somebody, or, you know, it doesn't have to be a romantic partner or a family or a friend member. It could be even a job situation, right? Where you're not feeling appreciated, that 6 of Wands energy, right? Because you have 2 of the 6s here. It's like you have these, I'm going to look. No, you don't. You have these 2 6s here. It's almost like what you're searching for, okay, is that victory, that sense of, you know, the 6 of Wands. You don't have the Six of Cups. I feel like you don't have the Six of Cups here because it's kind of like you're moving on from something in the past. You're allowing yourself to put whatever occurred in the past, and you're trying to move forward towards that victory. So let's see what we have here in your present energy. We have present power and high priestess. I really like this. I think you may have been in your head for some time about this situation, Gemini, which is being an air sign, just kind of something that you can kind of fall into. So it's this energy of, okay, wait a minute, I'm going back to my heart. I'm going to think about, okay, I'm going to be loyal to what I love, and kind of putting yourself once again as somewhat of a new priority in your life. This could be, with your own health, with your own spiritual practices, with a business that you are wanting to create. Putting your time and money, effort, energy, love into something that is really near and dear to your heart. So let's see what oh my gosh, you're not going to believe what came out. The Six of Wands. I'm not surprised. That's what you're wanting. You're wanting to be recognized. This is really kind of a sad energy that I'm getting here, because I feel like you're wanting someone or some situation to just kind of like, it's almost like you want them to acknowledge you, but not acknowledge you like say, oh, Gemini, you're amazing, right? It's almost as if you just want to be heard. You want this person to recognize that you may have been hurting in a certain situation, that you're perhaps missing them, or you're perhaps wanting more out of a connection. You could have even been communicating that to this person, and it's like they're not hearing you. It's almost like you want to be heard. You want to be, it's really kind of like cherished. And I think that that this person truly does love you. It's just that they're not perhaps at this time able to do that. You're wanting this situation to come back together. You're seeking victory in this, and yet I think you're understanding that you have done everything you can in this situation. Holding on to the hope that this is going to work out is preventing you from actually stepping into the sun and, having the life that you truly love. And it's kind of like, okay, I have to choose. I have to choose to put myself first, You could have been waiting on someone that maybe has been going through a difficult time, maybe even, has gone through some financial issues, or, just one rough patch after another. It could be that the person that you're dealing with has some type of an addiction or something like that. And it's kind of like, okay, it's going to get better. It's going to get better, but it just never does. It's kind of like, you get over one hurdle and then all of a sudden there's another hurdle. Okay, so let's take a look at, okay, so this is really preventing you, okay, Gemini. The message I'm getting is that this situation is preventing you from actually putting your time and energy into some creative project that is going to bring you happiness, fulfillment, abundance. So it's this sadness that is in this connection that is holding you back. You've come to a point where you realize you have to do something. You have to kind of like make a decision about how you are going to move forward, okay? Because now you have 3 sixes. It's kind of like, how am I going to move forward? How am I going to find this, this sense of victory in my life? Because you realize that, oh my goodness, it's almost this energy of, it's this energy of feeling frustrated and at the same time really wanting this situation to work out. And yet I feel like with the High Priestess here, you can see, okay, that even if this situation worked out, it would not be the way that you had envisioned it. You kind of like know it wouldn't work out, but it's still like you're not ready to say goodbye to it, or to recognize that it is time to move away. It is time to go on. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the only thing, oh my goodness. And then you have the Tower. Yeah. It's this epiphany. It's an epiphany that this situation, I feel like somebody has betrayed you, or kind of like walked away from you without really saying why. You know, once again, it could be in your work sector, family, friend, romantic partner. It doesn't matter. I feel like somebody has kind of walked away, closed the door, and you're heartbroken. You don't know why. I mean, you really, there is someone or something that you are really wanting here. And you're wanting to hear from this person. You're wanting this communication. You're wanting this person to come in and say, yes, Gemini, let's go celebrate. And yet at the same time, you're not hearing from them. So we have the Empress and we have the Five of Cups. Interesting with the Empress. The Empress is very nurturing energy. You could be dealing with, this kind of gives me a sense that it could be a family member, okay? It could be your mother, or it could be your child, you know, like an adult child, something like that. There's a situation that is bringing you, you know, just a lot of sadness. And you're wanting to heal this situation. And yet, you know, it's kind of like the longer you wait for this situation to come back around, the more you're holding yourself back. And it's almost as if you know that time is ticking, you know, and it's like, I've got to get on with my life. I have to put this in the past. Because here we have family, and then we have the Fool card. So this is your advice. Let's go ahead and clarify this. Yeah, I think for a lot of you, this could be a family member. It could be a work family member, you know, like a co-worker or a business partner. It could be a very dear friend, but it's almost as if I have to leave this situation behind to go out onto my own. So let's see what we have here, because I really don't, I mean, I think you're hoping to hear good news, but I'm not sure you're actually going to hear from this person. Let's see. Let's see what we have here. Well, maybe I am wrong. Okay, so we have the Knight of Cups and we have the Knight of Swords. We have a very loving energy, and then we have a very like harsh energy. I almost feel like you may be having a final showdown. There's like almost a final showdown. Look at how those knights are kind of like facing each other. You know, I think you're the Knight of Cups. You're coming in this loving energy, but look at who you're dealing with, the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is all determined to get everything their way. And that's not you, Gemini. You're willing to compromise. In fact, you've bent over backwards in this situation. If you're resonating, you have just kind of bent over backwards. Yeah, and then with the Three of Wands, you're kind of like, I have to go in a different direction. I'm so sorry, Gemini, because I feel as if, you know, you just don't have the courage to keep going with this. And it's not the courage. I shouldn't say that. I mean, it's the Strength card, but it's really kind of like, I think this whole situation has taken the wind out of your sails. I don't want to cry. Yeah, I think it's taken, yeah, and you're like, okay, I have to go in a different direction. Look at this. I think you are. I think you are, and I think you're going to be very successful. It's as if once you allow yourself to drop this burden, that you say to yourself, okay, I can't deal with this anymore. I have to drop this burden. I have to go my own way. I have to go work on. I have to put my time and energy into, look, your purpose. You're like, I have to go and put my time and energy into my purpose, you know? Oh my goodness. And then you have the Page of, I feel like you get this new information, perhaps a new offer. it almost opens up. It's kind of like when you say, okay, this person, this situation no longer gets any of my time or energy. I'm refocusing, you know, on my purpose. Going back to why I'm here, you get the Wheel of Fortune. It's like everything turns for you in such a beautiful way. I mean, the sun, you have the sun. That was what was on the bottom. You know, once you drop the burden of whatever this is, and I know that's hard because it's an emotional burden. It is truly an emotional burden that you are having to drop. And for some of you, you may actually have this conversation with this person, have this showdown, if you will. You know, it really is. It's kind of like, you know, what is that? The showdown at the OK Corral or something like that. And, you know, for some of you, it could be that you have this conversation and it just clarifies it for you. For some of you, you may almost have to have this conversation in order to see clearly this person isn't going to change. You know, they're not going to change. And you have bent over backwards, Gemini, to appease this person, to give them time, to give them space. And now you're kind of like, okay, I have to be loyal. I have to be loyal to me. I have to go in this new direction. Okay, how can I be more kind to myself and offer more grace in this very moment? Yeah, Gemini. Okay, growing our self-love is medicine to this world's broken heart. When you heal, we all heal. When you give yourself more grace, you are able to give the world more grace. Look at yourself with a grace filter. You are meant to be in this moment of your life. Release the inner critic and fill in that hole with your soul's truth, that you are infinite, you are loved, and you are already there. Yeah, I think there's some reason why you don't want to let this person or this situation go. There's something there. You know, asking yourself, okay, what is the fear? Because you have the fear card on the bottom. You know, what is the fear? What is holding me back? Sometimes we hold on to a situation, right? Because we're really afraid, actually, to step into our true light. It's almost as if, okay, well, I'll keep working on this, putting time and energy, allowing this person to keep me stuck, right? I mean, subconsciously, right? In order so I don't have to really step into my purpose, because that takes a lot of courage, right? And you have the strength card here. It takes a lot of courage. Right now, you're like, no, I'm not sure I'm really ready to step into my light. And the question is, why, Gemini? Why? Why are you afraid to step into your light? You know, it is a time. It is truly time. You had the Judgment card, and I can't find it now. But yeah, here, you have the Judgment card. It's time. You are being called to step into your light, to allow yourself to shine your light brightly. I feel like this person maybe makes you feel like you can't be as bright, right? Or you're not as loving. There's something there that maybe they have made you feel like you're really not the love and light that you know that you are, right? So they're kind of holding you back. You're kind of allowing them to have maybe a little bit more control, okay, in a sense, over how you feel about yourself. You are love and light, Gemini, and the world definitely needs you, right? When you heal, we all heal. When you give yourself more grace, you are able to give the world more grace. And Gemini, right now, this world needs so much healing and so much grace. And thank you for sharing your love and light with the world. Well, I'm going to leave it there. I do personal readings, Gemini, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. And also, I am giving away a free personal reading. If you'd like to enter that, all you have to do is comment to this video and put in your comment anywhere, love and light, and that will get you your name put into the drawing for the free reading. And I will be doing that reading on I will be doing the drawing on November 20th, and I'll announce the winner that day. So I wish you a very happy week and hope to see you again really soon. Much love and light to you. Bye for now.